we're going to take a little ride into a time capsule. We're going to travel back to an old video that I'm sure you guys have seen before, probably with me. Now, this video has over 50 million views at the time that I'm looking at this. And I feel like when I first saw it, it was probably at 15 or 20 million views. It doesn't stop picking up traction. It's a big video. Maybe it's because it's something that a few of us have been through before. Now, when I first watched this video, I was triggered into oblivion. I lost my mind because it's something I've been through before. But today, over a year later, I'm going to attempt to watch this video while not being triggered. If I can do it, maybe I'll be able to decode a little bit more for you. You're going to see this kid Parker stand up to his mom where his mom's just being awful to him, truly. So his dad said, well, all right, let's talk to her. Let's bust out the video camera and let's see if we can get you away from her. Now, remember, Parker knows that his mom is toxic. She really is. Controlling and doesn't want to let him go anywhere. He knows this. He knows this is about to be a fight for his freedom. Here she comes, baby in hand.
Now's not the time. You need to come in and we can talk about this, okay? The kids told me that you want to live with him.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll talk about it inside.
I don't. I don't want to get out.
Do what now?
I don't want to get out.
I'm sorry?
I don't want to get out.
I'm sorry. You're a child and you don't get to make all the decisions. But you need to get out now and it's time to come home. Okay?
This type of controlling behavior works well if the other person hasn't let you down a million times. And what I mean by that is she seems like she's willing to talk with him when he goes inside. She seems like, she's busy and just needs to get back in and run the house. But Parker has dealt with this type of behavior from her so many times, he knows what's on the other side of it. He's just going to get disregarded when he gets inside. He's going to get told that him not wanting to live at the house is silly. Like, he already knows what's on the other side. So now the tactic she's using is not going to be as useful.
What's the camera for?
Oh, don't worry about it. You need to come on.
I don't want to get out, Mom.
I'm sorry?
I don't want to get out.
I understand. But it's no longer visitation with your father, and it's time to come home.
Not working.
There's no way that you can just roll up and everything's fine, and you can just roll up and say, oh, I'm not going to get out of the truck. And this mama is not going to say, oh, okay, bye, kid. Bye, kid that I've raised for 14 years. See you later.
Dude, I love how she says, you can come on inside and I'll listen to you. But there's no way that you're doing X, Y, and Z. You've already said what your stance is. You were never going to listen in the first place.
I love you.
Ooh.
And you obviously have done a lot of talking this weekend. That's fine. Maybe there's some stuff that I need to know. But I'm not letting you just drive off.
Hi, it's me. Can I have your attention for a minute? We have a new project that you should go watch. You guys know how I was doing those cooking nightmare videos where somebody would cook something horrible? It's really just me screaming the whole time. But I wanted to do that except bigger. So we made kind of this show concept that has the cooking nightmares and then 40 other segments. Don't worry, it's not all in one episode, but it comes out every Friday at 4:00 and it just has a rotating list of different segments. News bloopers, bad cooking, Reddit stuff, people hating their jobs. I don't know, just a bunch of interesting things that we found through the week, all culminated into one show that comes out on Fridays where you can just turn your brain off and know that the week is over. You made it. You did it. It's the Friday Inbox. Go check it out on the 3rd channel. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you can contribute to the show. So watch the show, check out your favorite segments, and then send us an email and let me know what you want to see up there. But back to our regularly scheduled content.
That's not going to happen. I love you too much. And we're too close. And this is not the right way to do it. This is a kind of a underhanded, in my opinion, disrespectful kind of a way to do it. To just, oh, by the way, hey, I'm out of here.
In between all of these lines of saying that he doesn't have autonomy towards his decisions or where he wants to be, she throws in the, I love you. I love you. What is she saying to him? This is love. Me controlling you, this is love. I'm the one that loves you. It's so disorienting.
Well, maybe you and I should come in and talk about what's going on with you that's causing you to feel this way.
You already know what it is. It's you.
Maybe we need to talk to the youth pastors like what we were talking about last week. Maybe if there's something going on, I can help.
No, you can't!
Right?
You're the problem, and you're never going to admit to the problem. This is a sore topic for me. I'm gonna offer you two roads here, in my opinion. The talking to the youth pastor shit, it doesn't work. It does not work. It didn't work for me. And what I highly suggest is if you're like, okay, I can't take my kid to a counselor, I have to take them to a youth pastor because I don't know what to do. Sure, send them in for 2 or 3 rounds. And if it's not getting better, you need to send the child somewhere else. The youth pastors, it's not working. It's not working. And part of this issue is when your child says, I'm upset about this. I have a crush on somebody and it's not going well. Or I did this and I really just want to talk to you, Mom, or I want to do this. And then you say, well, you need to give it to God. You need to give it to the youth pastor. You're not being a parent. You're not being a parent. Be there for them. Talk to them like they're kids. And don't talk to them as though God is listening to everything that you say, because otherwise you're not connecting with your kids. So I just fucking hate that she says like, well, we'll take it to a youth pastor. That's fine if you want to give that a shot. But if that's not working, you either need to take the kids somewhere else or you need to listen to them. Listening to your kids is better than saying, I tried, I saw it wasn't working, but whatever this is. It's what a mess. There's so much aggression in everything that she's saying, and you can feel it. Despite this nice tone, despite the promises that are on the other side of, oh, just come on in, there is a major air of aggression in everything that she's saying. So when you're being passive aggressive like this, we can hear it. We can hear it. And I don't know what's on the other side of that, but I know that you're lying to my face.
I hate to say this, but you're being real ugly right now. This is being super duper disrespectful, and you need to come home now. And if I have to call a police officer to come help me, I would hate to have to do that, but I sure enough will.
Call him.
Huh?
Yeah.
Call him.
Call him!
Caleb's going to get into some trouble because he knows that he has to return you at 2. And I don't think that you're being a very good role model right now at all. Sitting there flossing your teeth while this is a major thing that you're encouraging him to do. You don't have
I can't force him to get out of my car.
Yeah, you can. You're his father.
First of all, f*** her. Second of all, it is so obvious to me that she has malicious intent. She doesn't mean anything she's saying. Everything is passive aggressive. It's so obvious. But when you're dealing with a person like this and you have to engage in conversation with them, you get to a point where you have to make a choice where you're like, okay, this person is not going to let go of their stance. I know she's not going to let go of this stance. So do I let her just keep going with it? Or do I want to go toe-to-toe with this person that is willing to fight dirty because she's using a lot of manipulative tactics? You have to decide if you're going to go toe-to-toe with them and deal with them fighting dirty and be prepared to push through them fighting dirty, because the tactics she's using are exhausting. They are meant to exhaust you. They are meant for you to question your reality, question what's happening, trust her, and exhaust you until you give in. Oh my God. I do not miss these people. I don't. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm not that triggered right now. I'm a little quieter than the last one. Okay? What?
I'm sorry.
Okay. I was about to call that just a second ago. What the did you just say to me? Completely masked in that tone, right? And then when she says it again, she finally says what she means. She basically says, I'm sorry. Like, she means, what the did you just say to me?
Let's go, Parker.
Oh.
Parker.
This is going to be a really big turning point. She is running out of tools that normally work. And that became evident when she switched up earlier and she said to Parker, you're acting ugly right now. You exercising your autonomy, that's ugly. You standing up for yourself is ugly. That was her first new tool that came in, and I bet you we're about to see a slew of other ones because she doesn't know what to do next.
I told you guys last week that we had things to do Sunday.
What do we have to do?
Well, for one thing, we're going to Nani's for like a barbecue.
Screw nannies, okay? I don't want to be around you and you're hurting me. So, no, I don't want to go to nannies. God, that's actually another thing too. I forgot about this. Sometimes a toxic parent, when you like finally speak up for yourself or say something or there's something serious going on, they will tell you that there is a family event coming up that is more important than your feelings and you have to go. I mean, that's what the narcissistic parent is going to do because they need to go look good in front of everyone else. They need to look like they're in control and they need you to look happy. Oh, God, I forgot that was a thing. The worst.
Do you have the non-emergency number for the police?
She's going to say something nasty.
Where's that Bubba? See that Bubba? Hi.
Hey. Hey.
Daddy's going to call the cops. You need to
Yo, I told you, I've seen this video before, but it's been a while and I didn't remember everything. I knew from that look on her face. She was gearing up to say something nasty, and there it is. So, Parker, Daddy's going to call the police. You guys will both be going to jail. Why don't you open up this door, you little and come to Noni's?
You wouldn't do this to him. You wouldn't just, at the time that he was supposed to pick you up, say, I don't want to go.
Because he likes your dad.
Before.
He
And
likes
I
his
have,
dad.
I have never not asked you.
Yeah, you have, sweetheart. You've been doing this for a lot of years. Maybe you've forgotten some stuff. But that is just not allowed. You can't.
Oh my God. Parker says, well, no, I haven't done that. And she said, maybe you've forgotten some stuff. She says it's so quick and she moves on to the next thing. Yes, you did do that, honey. Yes, you did. And maybe you forgot, but this isn't the way to go. So why don't you come on in? Slowly breaking down your sense of confidence in what you have seen and witnessed. If you've had this happen to you before, it is so subtle. It is so small. It is so manipulative. It is so dirty.
You think the right thing to do is to just tell your siblings goodbye?
Bringing the
Do you think that you're not going to live with them anymore?
She's going to the extremes. She used a little bit before of trying to get him to connect with the child. She said, oh, it's your brother. There's your brother. There he is in there. Now we're moving to a tool that I don't think we've seen so far, which is going to the extremes. What, Parker? You think you're just never going to come here again? You think you're never going to see your family again? You think you're never going to be at this house again? And it's like, hold on, girl, he did not say all of that. He didn't say all that. We're talking about right here in this moment. That's another thing that they'll try to do. Take you out of the present and take you somewhere that doesn't even exist. A thing you didn't even say. Now we're appealing to the extremes.
Do you think FaceTiming is the same? Do you think that the same relationship you would have with Caleb if all you did was FaceTime him? No. That's not the way life works, is on the computer.
She's saying to him, everything that you want to do is wrong. That's what she's saying to him. Anything that he says that he wants or is an option, she is now labeling as right or wrong. Anything he wants is wrong.
Sometimes it's real easy to be angry with everything whenever you're 14.
Discrediting his concerns by calling him a child that just doesn't get it. Oh yeah, you're 14 and it's easy to get angsty when you're 14. I have a question. How many of you guys went through a period of teenage angst? Sure. How many of you guys wish that your parent like actually listened to you during that time and they were like somebody that you could have leaned on for all the shit you were mad about? Wouldn't that be sick? I don't know. It's crazy, huh? Imagine asking your kids what's wrong rather than saying, oh, it's a little teenage angst. You'll get over it. What?
You are my child, and I will not give you over to somebody that there are adult issues that are not anything that you need to be concerned with right now. I don't think that an industrial engine business is a good place for a child.
Is military school a better place for him to go?
He's not going to military school.
Oh, okay, well, I'm glad to hear that.
I'm sure
Nobody ever said he
she's
was
probably
going to
threatened
military
it
school.
before.
Yeah, I said that y'all were gonna go look at some.
No, we never did.
Yes, he did. He said it.
The other day, you and I were laughing, and I said, "Oh my gosh, boy, you're driving me crazy. I know why people."
Wow, another attempt to distort reality to him. She said the other day we were laughing and then da 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 da. These comments are so small, but when you're in the moment, like with this woman in Parker, it wears you down a lot. It makes you start to doubt your reality. He came into this conversation firm that he doesn't like being around his mom all the time. She has some serious issues, and he either wants to talk about that and be recognized as a person, or he doesn't want to go here anymore. He doesn't want to go back home. And then she's like, what? We were just laughing the other week. And he has to ask, wait, we were laughing, but I don't like you. So why are we laughing? And now he's confused. And now he's not an equal party in the conversation. She's stripping his reality down while trying to edge him in one direction. I think I said it last time. This lady is a machine.
It was a joke, Parker.
Well, it wasn't very
Just like whenever you joke, come up to hit me, I would never send you off. You are my child. You are my firstborn. You're my heart walking around outside my body.
Manipulative.
Are they on their way? I would never ship you off.
I would never ship you off, but I will call the cops on my own son. Are they on the way? I love you. You are my heart walking around outside of my body. You are my baby. You are my everything. Are they on the way? Parker, I love you so much, but you're acting real ugly right now.
Are you high right now, Caleb, or are you drunk? Which one is it? Will you take
Neither one.
Will you take a drug test for me? Will you
I'm
reinstate
not
drug
taking
testing?
a drug test for
Well, why
anybody.
not? If you're not under the influence of anything, your big thing now is weed is legal, and it's God's plan.
How do you know?
Because you're on Facebook screaming about how I need to, all these horrible things. We have
How
mutual.
you need to what?
We have all these mutual.
I
friends
never
that-
mentioned you. Believe it or not, I don't.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Believe it or not, I
Well,
don't.
I've been to the second grade, and I can use my context clues, but I will
She's
tell you
so-
right now that I don't think that you're an appropriate influence at all.
Guys, I'm doing a little check-in. I think I'm still doing good. I don't think I'm triggered right now. How disgusting was that? Stop being a to your children. Now she's saying, Caleb, are you on drugs? Then take a test. Prove it to me. And he knows he's not on drugs. And first of all, I don't need to prove to you because I'm not married to you. You're not my wife. Off.
Before this, I was gonna talk to you about Summer because there's some things that we need to work on as far as co-parenting. But clearly, excuse me, I'm a movie star.
That was insane. Okay? Like, just as a personality trait, that was crazy.
I think this is a major decision, and I think that I understand being confused. And I understand not liking your parents when you're 14. Caleb does too. We both understand that. But family is family, and we're set up the way we're set up for a reason.
No, not the family is family. We as humans are wired to have roots in family. I mean, of course, everyone has different situations, but I mean, like if you grew up in a house with whether it's both parents or a single parent or something like that, and you kind of had like siblings and all of that, there is something deep within us that feels like we will always have family or we should always lean on family. And so this little play of hers of like, we're your family, even though he's sitting right next to his dad, his own flesh and blood. But she says, no, we're your family. This child that is your half brother, this is your family. Your stepdad, this is your family, not your own father that you're sitting right next to. So that's how you know this is a ploy. His dad is just as much family, but in this moment, she doesn't want to consider him family because that's not beneficial to her. But still, even outside of the roles of who's who here, just saying, this is your family. Even if you don't want to do this thing, you should do it because it's your family. Surprise, you don't have to do anything just because somebody is your family. Your family should be there for you, be loyal to you, but also be respectful and listen to you. Parker is doing a great job of barely responding to her, but she's still writing the whole script. He's barely said anything. And she just, why? Because she's cycling through multiple tools to see what's going to work.
I'm telling you, you need to get your little bottom out of this car.
Ooh.
And you need to come in. Well, first, I just want to hug you because I can see that you're hurting. I don't know.
You need to get your little butt out of the car right now because I just want to hug you. I just want to take you in right now because I know that you're hurting. And if you don't get out of the car right now, like, holy get it straight in your mind, lady.
But you're fine when you leave, and when you come back from Caleb's, you've got turmoil every single time. Something is going on over there. There's conversations that are going on over there that are feeding this negativity. And it's not
because
okay.
they're talking about you. And if anything, if he's changing when he goes over to his dad's house, it's because he gets out of the fog of being with you. Have y'all ever been around somebody that is a master manipulator or always just trying to keep you down? And maybe the dynamic doesn't do too much to you in the moment, but then you finally get away from them and it feels like a veil has been lifted. And you're like, oh my God, like it's shocking. It's shocking. And then you don't even know how to feel because you just feel like you came out of this fog, but you still don't have any clarity of what happened. That's what's happening to him whenever he goes back. Oh,
I love you.
I do.
And I don't know what's going on. But I want a chance to work on it with you.
You've had a chance, Mom.
if you are a parent and you do this shit to your kids, you throw all these little tools together because you hate your ex-boyfriend and you want to get what you want, and you use these tools on your kids, and then you say to their face, I love you. I care about you. What you're saying is, this is love. Control and manipulation, this is love. And then what's going to happen? They're going to go out into the world and they're going to start dating somebody that's just like you. They're going to date somebody that reminds them of you and the way that you hurt them and manipulated them because it's going to feel safe and comfortable to them. So if you do not work on your stuff and learn to talk to the people that you love like human beings, you will teach them that manipulation is love. And then they're going to go date some crazy dude and have to go to therapy for 10 years.
Do you think this is normal, babe?
No.
Look at that.
Another black and white judgment. This isn't what normal people do. You're not normal. You're doing something wrong, and this is not normal. I'm not getting triggered. When these type of judgments are cast down on children, you have to understand that their parent is their world. The parent is the top of the universe for these kids sometimes. So when these judgments are coming down, it creates an innate shame inside of the child. So now somebody like Parker might run around, and anytime they want to advocate for themselves, they're going to say, that's wrong. They're going to have their mom's voice in the back of their head saying, you're being ugly right now. You're being wrong. You're being too much. They're going to have that because the parent that judges puts shame into the child. And then they're going to hear their parents' voice with every step that they take through this earth, doubting every action that they want to do, doubting everything about themselves, doubting that they're a good person. And all because she wanted this control in this moment, that she's willing to shame her child out of doing what he thinks is best for him so that she can have the control that she wants. Shame. Constant shame and judgment.
I'm sorry, you're a child, but I have to say, do you think that's being a good parent, baby? Do you think that's somebody that needs to be in complete control of your of decisions regarding you?
I don't think anyone needs to be in complete control. That's why there's two.
That's a good point. When people walk away from their ability to make decisions about their children, though, there's something that we can't make people be involved. We can't make people do the right thing.
What are you referring to?
Well, there's a lot of things that Caleb has checked out on by his own choosing.
As in what?
You name it, baby. And that's okay. He does his thing, we do ours, we raise you guys, and y'all go and have fun Disneyland times with him. That's how it's been.
Something else that's jumping out to me too is if in this situation where the dad picks up to drop off the kid after his custody is over and the kid says, I don't want to get out. I don't want to go to mom's house. I want to stay with dad. I think that there's a lot of parents who would have said, okay, well, I'm not going to let that fly. I'm going to call the police and I'm going to stand off here to the side. But the fact that she sat here and tried to manipulate him for the past 20 minutes and to get him out of the car speaks so many volumes. Like, don't you guys think some people might have called the police, pulled out the custody papers and stood off somewhere to the side and said like, hey, don't go anywhere. The cops are coming. Nope. She said, well, I'm going to call the cops. The cops are not for her to resolve this. The cops are here for her to use as an additional tool. She wants to pull more people into the equation to make him feel like she's right and he's wrong. But she sat here the whole time saying, you know, I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to keep trying to wear him down until he does what I want.
Do you know how many cops are coming?
They usually send 2 or 3 cars.
They ain't sending 6 cops over for this. She said they're going to send 2 or 3 cars, 2 guys in every car. Shut up.
This is making him real happy. This is his favorite thing to do, to stir up trouble. And you know what? That's not really what we're about as a family. We are not a troublemaking family.
Right and wrong again.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think sometimes kids can be encouraged to do things that they wouldn't ordinarily do. You're the most calm, quiet kid I've ever met.
Parker, you're calm. You're quiet. You don't do stuff like this. What are you doing? This isn't like you. Go ahead. Get out of the car. Crazy manipulative.
So there's no reason to send him to anger management classes then?
This is not between you and I. You have checked out completely. You're flossing your teeth, and this is not. No. We may need to go to some anger management counseling because you said you get so mad.
Yes.
That wasn't a bad thing. That was a how can we help you process your emotions thing.
Hi, meow.
It's hard to learn how to handle emotions. Lots of grown-ups can't do it.
She cannot do it. It's true. It is hard to handle emotions, but what she's doing right now is she cannot handle not being in control. It creates a sense of fear for her. That's probably what she's feeling. So, in order to overcome that sense of fear, she has to be in control. She covers up the feeling of fear with the pursuit of power and control in a situation. And when you have a goal in mind and the goal is to get power or control in a conversation, you forget about the fear. So what I think is happening is she feels a fear, a loss of control, a loss of power, feeling like she's losing to her ex-husband. All of these things are coming up. So it's funny that she's trying to say this. Her way of dealing with emotions is making everybody else feel bad.
Everybody loves you in that house. Your dad and I love you. I have no doubt in my mind that Caleb loves you to the best of his ability. But it is very different to father a child and to parent a child. Those are 2 separate things.
Girl! So many tactics. The guilt trip, the shame, the judgment, all of this to doubt yourself, to weaken your core. So you'll just lay down and listen.
He's free to get out anytime he wants to.
Yeah, well,
he knows it.
Being free to get out and being a parent and saying, no, son, you need to get out. It's time to go home. We'll handle this. I'll contact your mother. We'll talk about this. We need to have a family meeting, as opposed to just, oh, by the way, he doesn't want to get out. You know this is wrong. You weren't raised to be like this. You weren't raised trash like this, Caleb Leverett. Your mother would be ashamed.
He has expressed to me he wants to live with me.
That's
and
fine.
Therefore, I'm going to help my son.
He has expressed to me that he loves you
But
many, many times.
I'm just
But
telling
he
you
has
what I was
also
told.
expressed to me that you have encouraged him to do this. And I don't for a second think that this is all my son's doing. And I hate
Well, Parker, what?
that he is in the middle of it.
Well, I hate it that he's in the middle of it too.
It's horrible.
I don't get a thrill in doing this either. I'm just trying to help my son.
Out of it.
I'm trying to help my son. I don't know what else.
You're
to
not
do.
either. You're not even focused. You're picking lint off of your thing. You're just holding that up just so you can have proof for court or whatever you think is going to happen. Maybe you just want to go to court. Is this your way of...
No, I would rather just do everything voluntarily without
Well,
the court.
so why don't you voluntarily pay your child support and do your health insurance? That would be great.
Y'all
Why don't you
don't like each
voluntarily
other. Come on.
parent?
I do
You
voluntarily
do?
parent. Yes.
Oh, okay. You know, I'm sorry, Parker. I shouldn't have even said that. Why are we just waiting on the police officers? Why don't you just do the right thing and get out of the car?
How is that the right thing?
Because this is your home. This is where you live. This is where you're being raised with your siblings.
I love that. So she does the black and white thing again, right? Passing judgment, making everything black and white, right or wrong. She says, why don't you need to just come inside because it's the right thing? And finally, he asks, why is it the right thing? And she has nothing. She said it's the right thing because this is your home, because your dogs are here, because your siblings are here. That's why it's the right thing. So if somebody's doing this casting judgment on you or situations or things, maybe ask them, well, why is it bad? Why is this wrong? Okay, well, why? See what they have. They got nothing.
I never once had a baby and I said, I'm going to do this until he starts driving me nuts. I'm going to do this until his grades drop. I'm going to do this until it gets inconvenient. This is forever. I have never left you, and you have never left me.
That's terrifying. Parker, I don't care what you say or what you want. I'm your mother. I'm your family. And this is forever. I'm not going anywhere. Like, that's a threat. Like, what are you trying to say by that? Because whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good, and it doesn't feel good, and it does not make me trust you.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe you did this on today of all days.
Oh no. I can't believe he did it before Noni's barbecue. Shut up, bro. Yo, if you make some stupid family function more important than your kid clearly having some very serious feelings about something, you're a joke. Like, you're a joke. That's such a joke. Your sister's barbecue or your mother's barbecue is not more important than what's going on right here, right now. So strap in and get into the program, sister, because Noni's barbecue's on the back burner.
Why are you encouraging this?
Because I will always help my son.
Always help your son do
He's
what?
expressed to me that he does not want to live with you anymore, and he does not want to go back to your house. And I'm not just going to abandon
That
him.
sounds great. Let's do that on a random Sunday afternoon.
They always come back on random Sunday afternoons.
Let's not call and say, hey, we've got an issue. Let's not
We
say,
showed
okay,
up.
you need to go home, but we'll meet up and we'll talk about this.
Where
Let's
would
not
we-
do this in a mature adult manner. Let's just spring this on somebody.
I would much rather solve all issues outside of the court.
Oh, well,
I've made that
I
very
can't-
clear
Tried that
many
before.
times.
we've
doesn't
tried,
work.
we've tried working with you. If you have issues that you want to solve, then you need to contact us. Not at 11:30 at night in a text message when you're drunk.
Oh,
He wasn't drunk.
You don't know, baby.
He had 2 beers.
Baby, this is... I shouldn't even be talking about it over you. I shouldn't even be talking about it.
Alright.
It's very hard not to, though. And you're just old enough to understand just the teeniest iceberg of this whole mountain of mess. Divorce is hard. Nobody said it's not. But there's just things that you just can't involve your kids in. It's just the way it is.
I'm involved anyway.
dude, if you marry somebody and they have a personality trait where they always have to win, I really hope that you're married to them forever. Because those people in custody battles, it's like they're transported back to their childhood and they feel like a huge disservice is being done to them, that they're not winning every single thing they want in the divorce. Oh my God, these people lose their mind. It's actually quite scary.
Do what? What?
Stop.
No. You're my baby and
No,
I'm going to
get
touch
off.
you.
Yeah.
I'm just touching you.
Yeah, I know. Get off.
Why?
Oh, the fact that it upsets him when she grabs him breaks my heart. We heard that language in the beginning of the clip where she says, "You're my heart. I own you. You're mine. You're my property." And when somebody, whether if they're a parent, especially when they touch us like they own us, it is f***ed up. It is f***ed up. I can't imagine what goes on behind the scenes for him to feel this way, but the fact that he immediately starts crying when she touches him, ooh, it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. There is nothing more irritating than somebody treating you badly, then acting oblivious and forcing you to explain their bad behavior. I don't want to do that right now because 1, you're going to deny being a piece of shit. And then 2, it is not my responsibility to tell you when you are acting poorly. That is your responsibility, especially just like she said earlier, he's a child. He's 14. He does not need to spell out his mother's bad behavior to him so that she can just gaslight him. And that.
Because I'm tired of...
This is bad. I don't know if am I going to be able to get through this without getting triggered? Oh my God. When she touches him, that's like I own you. I own you. Like, what are you doing? Like, that is like an aggressive move. And then she says, I was just touching you. And then here's the thing with these people, I cannot explain how you grabbing me is manipulative and I'm scared of what's going to happen next. I can't articulate that because the more information I give you about my feelings, the more you will dance around them and turn them against me. I can't do anything. I'm defenseless here. And my best way to get through this is to play dead or not respond.
Because I'm tired of fighting with you.
I'm not fighting
Yes,
with
we're always fighting.
Yeah.
Every freaking day after school, we're always fighting.
She tries to break his reality. She says, what? I'm not fighting with you. Once again, trying to do that. That never happened. What are you talking about? But he commits. He commits to the reality he knows. And he says, no, we are fighting. We're always fighting.
He needs to go back and he needs to ask the court and sign up for extra time. That's the way to do things. That's
Well,
the
let's
right
go to
way
court.
to do things. Well, that's not your decision. That's not your decision.
So it's my...
Yes, it sucks.
And it shouldn't. It shouldn't be this freaking hard.
Nope, it shouldn't.
Then why are y'all making it?
I'm not making it hard.
Okay, then what are you doing?
You are.
Standing my ground for my child.
So you want me here, but we fight all the time, and you're always...
If you think that we fight all the time, then we have some work to do.
Yes,
because
we
we're
do.
laughing
We
all the
obviously
time.
do. No, we're actually not.
Well, everything's happy until you guys come back from
No,
Caleb's,
it's
and then I
not.
hear about how bad we are over here, and so I'm not a detective, but I can probably put 2 and 2 together that there's quite a lot of time. Can you call that non-emergency number again?
Yes,
You do if
please.
Mom and Caleb were still married and you were still fighting.
Shut up. You have not been allowed to speak for 31 minutes. Don't act tough right now. They just teamed up against him and just gaslit him for like 30 seconds straight. What a nightmare. Imagine your mom hates your dad so much that she teams up with her new husband to like gaslight you 24/7 just because she hates her ex-husband so much. Like, get over yourself.
Hello. Hi. My ex-husband will not release my child to me, and he's encouraging him to stay in the truck. Could you please get somebody out here to help me get my child? He was due at 2, and they're just sitting in the truck. And he's
here.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, I don't want things to escalate, and I've got my 4 other children across the street at a neighbor's house, and just need a little bit of help. Is there... I understand. Is there a... Is there something that I can do once the officer gets here? Are there charges that I can press?
Charges? But Parker, you're my heart and soul. But what charges can I press?
Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll go that way then.
Oh.
All right. Well, thank you so much. All right, bye-bye. Did y'all have a good weekend?
Yes, ma'am.
What y'all do?
Rabbit hunting. Went over
Ew,
there.
gross. Is that what's on your pants?
Then why did you ask? Why did you ask if you were just going to sit there and be rude? Why?
Went Went over to Hill Pills, ate lunch, just that sort of thing.
Just regular stuff.
Caught 4 baby rabbits.
What do you do with them whenever you catch them?
I made a little home for him. Uncle Eric's gonna come by.
Oh, I thought you meant shoot them. I thought you said you went rabbit hunting.
Yeah, we did, but after that, we found this little hole of baby rabbits.
Hang on just a second, babe. Hey, I need a little help.
I'm going to ask you about your day. I'm going to act genuinely interested and calm. I'm going to insult what you did gravely. I'm going to ask you more questions. I'm going to say that you're killing animals and try to engage in this conversation with you, calm you down, and then hold on 1 second. Sorry. How you going to engage in conversation with me and ask me stuff and then cut me off and put me on hold and act like I'm not important? I didn't want to talk to you anyways.
I really wish you would get out of the car and we could deal with this. Look at me. Will you please get out of the car? Come home and let's talk.
Yo, can we take a second to give it up for this kid for not giving up? He could have. She's been wearing him down this whole time, and he could have said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. My psyche can't handle it. I'm just going to get out of the car and then just deal with it. But nope, he stayed in the car. Let's go,
Please
Parker.
don't make a police officer enforce this order. Please do it.
Enforce what order?
The court order, that's the visitation. Please just do it.
What's he gonna do to me?
I don't know. This has never happened before. Why would you leave a family that loves you for a guy that lives in a shop that sees you 48 days out of the year?
Because we don't fight.
Because you don't know him, baby.
And you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, he means when the
You've
cops
never
come.
given it a chance. Ever.
You're right.
You've never, ever given me a
Don't
chance.
yell at me.
You've only let us go there 2-week periods out of the summer.
Not that I let you. It was agreed. He chose his visitation.
That wasn't court ordered. That was mediated.
He chose it. That is not a me thing. That's a Caleb thing.
Parker gets really emotional and he barely yells. Barely. I mean, he elevates his voice and he gets emotional. That's all. And then she says to him, you're not going to yell at me. What you're teaching him there is that he can't express himself. The boy was barely yelling at her. If anything, he was just raising his voice because he's so passionate about what he was saying. And what this parent is saying is like, hey, don't get emotional. Don't release your emotions. Hold them all in. I cannot handle the emotions you're giving me, and I need you to hold all those in. And what does that do to us? To not have a healthy expression of emotion, whether it's distress, sadness, anger, loneliness, and to be told that we have to keep it all in, what does that do to you? Pick your visitation, Caleb. I'll be like, okay, I'll take just a couple days. Damn. I'm sorry. If Caleb is punching holes in the walls, I ain't mad at him.
You say we yell all the time. It's you.
No, because
Calm.
Finally, she's gotten him to a place where she's pushed all the buttons and got everything, that he's responding that way. And so now she can tell him, calm down. It breeds an angry man that has internalized all of this confusion and anger. Rightfully so.
Well, the kids are supposed to come home at 2, and the rest of them came in. I have 4 children with my ex-husband. The 3 little, right in here. He's filming us, by the way.
You're being filmed.
Anyway, the 3 little ones came in and said, you need to go out and talk to Parker because now he wants to live with Dad. We have not standard orders. We had a very strange mediated agreement. This man does not see these children on a regular basis, and all of a sudden, my kids are fine when they leave, and when they come home, I have a child that does not want to get out of this car, and my ex-husband is saying, oh, he's free to go whenever he wants to, but I'm not going to make him get out. Well,
Which,
they're filming me. They're
that's
being
fair on the dad's part.
not confrontational, but you know, it's that whole, I'm not touching you, just...
What? That sounds like something that you do, Candace.
Kyle needs to come home. He's 14 years old.
Can I get an ID?
Yes, sir.
You too? Do you have your ID
It's
on?
in there.
Can you get it for me?
Just to make sure they don't leave.
You have it parked?
Sir?
Is it in park?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's in park.
That's fine. John Leverett?
Caleb Leverett. Yes, sir.
Something else I want to point out. This is not a crying situation. Your son not wanting to get out of the car because you and him, there's some kind of dispute thing. This actually isn't a crying situation. Your child is not in immediate danger. Nobody's been hurt. Nobody's attacking you. In fact, you arguably have the most control in this situation. Why are you crying? It doesn't make sense.
So what's going on?
I'm dropping him off at 2 o'clock, which was 55 minutes ago.
Okay.
And my son has expressed to me that he does not want to go back over there. And I did go by the orders. I returned all 4 children here, and he is refusing to get out of the car, and he's free to go. I'm certainly not saying he can't go, but I'm not going to leave my kid.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to force him to do anything he doesn't want to do.
Okay. But she does have legal custody of him right now?
Yes. They have been within her custody the last 55 minutes. Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're all
Yeah.
understand.
I've got.
him. He said the order said that I had to be here at 2, and I was.
I got the same copy of the same court order.
That's
I mean,
fine.
we're on the
Just
same
making sure
page.
we're
This
all-
is just one of those real sticky situations where he doesn't want to go back, and I'm not going to kick my son out. And the camera is simply for just keeping everybody honest and make sure everything is going by the book.
That's fine. That's like I said, mine's going too.
Okay. And what is your name?
I'm Officer Brandon Spinks.
Spinks? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
S-P-I-N-K-S.
Badge number
I forgot.
147.
What does he
Okay,
do?
thank you.
What's going on, man?
I don't want to go over there.
Bubba,
Please
we're
don't
not
force me
always-
to go over
We're
there.
not always fighting.
Yes,
Bubba.
we are, Mom. I'm not going over there.
It is hard to be 14, but it is harder to do things.
Shut up, I'm over it. Like, dude, this breaks my heart because Parker is like, please help me, officer. Please. He knows his dad can only do so much. He knows his mom is gonna let go. Like, he's worn down. She has been wearing him down for 55 minutes. He's like, officer, please help me. I don't want to go over there. Hold on to your reality, Parker. We're getting you out of
Like
here.
this is not even who you are.
Yes. Please
No,
don't
it's-
force me to
He's
go.
like, please
This
help
is
me.
all.
Please.
Everything is fine, and then you cannot tell me that you have not encouraged this. This is ridiculous.
Oh my God.
I've thought this over through like 2 or 3 years, Mom.
Oh my gosh, you're a child. You're not equipped to make these decisions.
Yes, I am. If
No,
I am
you're
12 or
not.
older, I'm equipped to make
Maybe
this
if I
decision.
thought he was an appropriate influence, if we co-parented together on a regular basis, if we were talking and things were all about you, then by golly, if I really believed that it was what you needed and wanted, I would let it happen. But I do not think you're safe over there, and I will not just let you drive off in this car.
And I don't think I'm safe over here.
Well, why?
Because you've hit me before.
I will hit you again. I will spank you.
I forgot about that. Yo, first of all, I cannot wait in the edit to see the side by side here. Like, I need to know how I reacted to this in the past.
Why?
Because you've hit me before.
I will hit you again. I will spank.
No, you
I'll
don't.
guarantee
You don't
you.
spank. You hit me in the face.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. And you
Yes.
choke me. You have
Yeah.
grabbed my throat before and pushed me
Yeah.
up against the wall one time because I did my boots and you would not let me bring them over. I remember it because we were in the hallway by my room.
I don't choke you, Parker.
No,
Yes,
you did not choke me, but you had your hands around my neck and you and him were cornering me, and I will not go back over here.
I have
Please,
never
for the love
told
of
you-
God, let me leave.
No.
Please don't force me to go, sir. Please, for the love of God.
I'm triggered now, but whatever. We're almost at the end. Let's keep it going.
I have legal custody of you, Parker, and I'm unlocking this car. No, you're my
No.
child.
I'm not getting out.
No,
I'm gonna explain it to you also. Okay.
I'm getting you out of the car.
Saying
Can we ask for the door to be unlocked?
you can unlock it.
Do what?
This is a parent adult. This is a parent child situation.
Get out of the car,
No.
Parker.
Cop said, I can't help you the way that you want me to help you, lady.
Mom, no.
This is really the wrong way.
Candace.
Get her arm out.
No, I'm not getting my You're my kid.
Stop.
You're
Stop.
my kid. Can my husband help me?
No.
Please don't. No, get.
Okay. He's
Stop.
a step parent. He has
No!
custody too.
Stop!
He has.
Get out!
Get
Get out!
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and tell him what you think about police officers?
Oh, Candace.
do with what we're talking about.
You don't have respect for anybody, even your own child.
Completely irrelevant.
You don't have even respect for even your own child to encourage him to handle a situation just impulsively like this. This is
He's
ridiculous.
been pretty calm until he's been pressured, from what I'm witnessing.
Bring
Yeah,
us
I'm
the
sure.
other
From
officer.
your point of view and the way you'll
Bring us
edit
the
that,
other
I'm sure.
officer.
Will you mind emailing me a copy?
I'm not going to
Completely.
answer that question.
Will you please email me a copy of
I'm
that
not
so
gonna
I have
answer that.
record of it also?
I'm not going to answer that.
I'm not going to stop
Like I
until
said,
you're home.
we've gone
I'm
down
not
the
gonna
route
stop
of
until I'm
paying
on his
lawyers, paying the system.
So you want me to be arrested for creating a disturbance, or
If
or
that's
him?
what it takes, Mom, you're scaring me.
I'm not scaring you. To
Yes.
get you out of the
Yeah,
car. This
you called the cops. You're the reason why the cops are here. And then you're the one digging in the car trying to rip me out. But it's my fault if you get arrested. Go back to whatever planet that you trying to live on, because it's not this one. Goodbye.
What do I do, officer? I can't, because then he starts screaming and then you say no because it's a disturbance.
Why does he start screaming? Candace, why does he start screaming? Why does your child start screaming when you touch them? I have never heard of a more serious red flag.
So you came to bring the kid back, right?
Yes.
For my children.
Okay. You don't want to get off?
No, sir, I'm scared to go in.
You're
Okay,
scared to
wanna
go
stay,
in.
You want to stay with your dad?
Yes, sir.
And you're willing to take him?
Why are you
absolutely.
scared to go in? No, I have legal custody.
Doesn't matter. We can't do nothing about that, man.
I'm scared to go in,
Why are you
especially
scared?
after right now.
Nothing's gonna happen to you, baby. I just want a hug.
I don't know what he's scared
No, he
about.
doesn't have a-
Well, I don't know what he's scared about. There might have been something that happened.
I love that this officer heard the bare minimum. The other guy heard Parker say, "You hit me and you choked me before," and he still told the mom that she could get the boy out of the car. This dude just came up, barely heard any of it, and he said, "No. Go home. Go be with your dad. Go." If I recall, she did take him to court for this, and he did get in trouble. But in my opinion, worth it, and I would do it again, and I would do it again, and again, and again. I think the dad handled it as well as he could have in this situation. Of course, she was going to take him to court, but sometimes you got to take a stand, bro.
I mean,
You have it on
video.
your recording that says you're free to go. If
Okay.
if she tries to call it in saying you kidnapped her kid,
We're not going to do nothing about it.
you can show the officer shows up. You can show the end of this video.
Do y'all have a business card by chance?
No, sir, I do not. But like you said, I'm Officer Brennan Spinks, so that's the police department badge number 147.
Okay.
This video is good because it's got a good ending, at least in the video. Get in there! Don't follow him. Oh, now she's turning on the officers. Come on, Parker, hurry up! She's coming. Let's go. Let's go.
And now he's kidnapping him.
And now he's yeah. Bye, Candace. Bye, Caleb. Hit the gas. Let's get out of here, boy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye. Oh, they just walked away from her too. Wow.
She tried to slam the door to my own room and force me to stay there. I pushed her as, I would say, self-defense. I did not assault her.
All right.
I'm not staying there anymore.
Hey, I'm glad that was on camera too. Let's go, Parker. Let's go. That is so crazy. That is so... It's not often that you get to see all of those tactics in real time. But I think the reason why... I mean, first of all, she's a real-life villain. But, you know, at the end of it all, we got a little bit of a happy ending. Hopefully my therapy's been working and I'm less triggered. But we'll find out.